encourage all of you after this powerful initiation, keep the Atmalinga with you all the time. And before going to sleep, have him under your pillow, and you will see that the higher level of revelations will just start to happen inside all of us. So, with this powerful initiation, let's now enter into the power manifestation. And today we've been going through the science of leadership consciousness that Swamiji has revealed. So, hopefully, all of you now understand that leadership is a state, of course, inside, and present fall is something that everyone has. Even when we say a state, it could be something that some people have or can have while others don't. But it's not like that. Everyone is a leader the moment you are in completion, integrated to yourself, and taking responsibility for what you feel as your life purpose, and in a way that contributes to others. And in fact, we'll see that whenever we are engaged in such a way and manifesting our own life purpose and taking responsibility for it, we just naturally start to contribute towards others. Because anyone who is a leader, and when we are self-driven in that way, manifesting our own reality, we just create opportunities for others, and we attract the people and resources that we need, and we create opportunities for others when we are manifesting. So now this power that we are doing, Mahima, we are going to be increasing the size of objects. Last time we were manifesting on our own height. Today we can increase the size of object. It is directly connected to this capacity to be established in our own leadership consciousness and in completion with ourselves, feeling empowered inside us and feeling very clear about what we feel as our life purpose. So we now request all the participants to prepare for the power manifestation. Have an object in front of you. Okay, it could be maybe something more of a long shape like a pen, something like that, and take a measurement of that. You can take a few moments, get the object and take a measurement before we start. If you don't have a tape or thing to measure, you can draw the outlines of the object on the paper. And we'll be beginning the power manifestation. So once you have the measurement, you can keep the object either in your hand or on a table in front of you and connect with the object. Realize that everything is one. There's no separation. There is no difference between you and the object. It is all Paramashiva. And connect to Swamiji in your inner space. And from that space, just instruct the object, command the object to increase in size. Chant the Mahavakya all along, all throughout. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. And let's manifest this power of Mahima.
Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham
Continue to manifest the power intensely. Remember Swamiji in your third eye, in your Ananda Gandha, and reverberate with the Nadatma. Reverberate in the space of the Dhvanikala, the eternal silence from which all the sounds emerge. Chant the Mahavakya intensely as through your power of will you declare for the object to increase its size.
Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham
relax.
Now all of you can settle down and quickly take a measurement of the object that we have chosen for increasing the height. All of you can share about any experiences you had during the power manifestation. Maybe, see, it may have increased, it may have even reduced the size. Anything that you have manifested successfully, and also any powerful cognitions that have clicked with you. See, power manifestation is the time when we are in the frequency of Swamiji. So that is when we start manifesting these powerful cognitions. So any powerful cognition that you feel that has clicked with you during this power manifestation, also you can feel free to share with us.
Yes, so definitely make sure to share your experience with all of us and your result. If you are able to manifest the power, and we'll be starting with the next session, but you can share in the meantime. Now we'll be watching two clips and further revelations on leadership. The first is a Q&A, and where Swamiji answers people's question on leadership, and then it will be about the DNA of leadership. Again, how can we create a state of leadership inside us? So let's come to the space of listening. First, let's receive these powerful cognitions from Swamiji, and then we'll take a few moments to internalize. So also make sure to take notes. What are the main understandings, the main qualities of a leader that Swamiji reveals? You can pen all of them down, have them as a note so that you can always refer back to them in the future. So let's give our listening and start with these sessions.
I cannot identify the areas where I am a leader. So I left at my people's skills and the way I relate to people and how I present myself and draw information from others as well, and simultaneously how successful I have been in business. On the same note, I said I am done with the corporate life. What would I like to do in the future is be a leader of momentum. That's what I like to do.
You see, every dimension, I wanted to offer something to the world. This one dimension, still I am not able to start. I wanted a group of people to become management gurus. I am not interested that they should be under my organization. Some of you guys should pick up all the ideas I am teaching in your own language. Start teaching in various parts of the world. See, I am like a ocean. Too much. You take something which strongly clicks with you. You can't replicate all the things which I am teaching in these 21 days. Nobody can replicate. I can. But there are some things which has completely clicked with you, which you can assemble and create 2-3 days programs, workshops. Go around and start teaching. Have your own brand. You don't even need to mention my name. Just be management guru. You will bring so much of respect and life to Vedic tradition. Because whatever I am teaching is from the Vedic source. You don't need to mention my name, but mention the Vedic tradition name. Give the credit to the Vedic tradition. I'll really be happy if some of you guys become a management gurus. At least I wanted some 1,000 management gurus based on this Gita and Vedic tradition and whatever I am teaching. Hope you will be one. You all can think in your life. See, apart from your regular job, you can start doing weekend workshops. Today, you put your own way, whatever you learned or I expressed, you can just revolutionize the corporate world. Don't stop you drinking this nectar. Sprinkle at least on few people. Just like I have a huge wing of healers and teachers, satsang centers, I really feel, and of course, I don't expect these corporate gurus to be under my label. If you guys wanted to be under my label, great, no problem. But if you are interested in doing something on your own, do it. Nothing wrong. Let these ideas reach more and more people and places. People and places, and you sprinkle this nectar on more and more people. See, when you give like this 2-day workshop, you may not be able to completely enlighten them forever and all. But what you teach may be creating 3 weeks effect. That itself is a great. It's not a joke. If somebody is highly enthusiastic and energetic for 3 weeks, it's a great contribution. You added to them. Come on, anybody else? What all you guys feel you can do?
Same thing what you are telling, same thing was going on in my inner space, Swamiji. I just want to be an acharya. The way you express, like that means when we speak something, it should hit the other person's being like, I don't want to sit and take notes or refer some books and all. The truth, what I imbibe from you, should become my bio-memory. Like when I speak something, it should hit the other being.
See, just if you sit and listen to what I am talking in awareness, you can see the words I am using is moving your being, you see.
You can literally feel so much the energy
Literally,
behind your words.
the words I am uttering, God, He is hitting on the right spot. And all of you should know, I don't know English till 8 years before. I picked up English just like that, but that is a mystery. Forget about it. That's different part. If you see my discourses 9 years, 8 years before, I come, you understand, we talk. That's all. Now, when I first went to US, they wanted to have a translator. Even I wanted to have a translator. My first discourse was supposed to be in San Jose, public discourse. Some 30 people gathered. They wanted to have a translator. They asked me, you speak in Tamil better? We will have a translator. I also said, all right. One day previous to my discourse. That day morning I got up from my bed and said, no, I am going to speak on my own. The organizer said, no, Swamiji, we have told too much about you to people. We promoted you too much. I said, nothing doing. I am going to talk. Simply I started, that's all. That's my first speech in English. In San Jose. First time I spoke in English coherently, or I think I have spoken coherently. Before that, 1 or 2 ASPs I tried in Bangalore, nothing worked out. I used to have one devotee who will supply English sentence for me. I'll ask again and again and talk. That's the way I was managing. That also was just few people, 1 or 2, and like a homegrown papaya, homegrown pumpkin. Whatever you grown in your home, you put it in a garage sale. That's the way I started. Whole mission I have started like a garage sale. Just chewing these great truths again and again. Manana. Internalizing, applying, makes nididhyasana. Expression, radiation.
My longing desire is to become an acharya, Swamiji.
Now, to be an acharya, my first thing, the word acharya means the person who is teaching what he is practicing. Guru does not need to practice what he is teaching, but an acharya need to practice. So go on internalizing what you are teaching. That's enough.
I was thinking of workplace as an opportunity. One thing I did notice at workplace, it is not just leadership, but also probably follower qualities. So it was unclear to me.
No. A perfect follower is a perfect leader.
So you are basically saying that both the qualities are one and essentially one flowers the other one.
That's all. You know how I train my brahmacharis or brahmacharinis? Just pick them up. They may be from a village, don't know anything. I just dump them into the field. Tell them, go and die. Don't come back. I will not give you my blessing. You will be successful and all. Just go and die. Disappear. That is the training of Kalabhairava. But I tell you, in 2 months, this fellow somehow swim, jump, crash, roll, and stand up. When they stand up, I see the confidence they radiate. Understand? Life explodes in you only when you have survival threat. Don't live anywhere where you don't have survival threat. I tell you, my organization and me, we are under attack for last 2 years. But this is the best time for me and my organization. We have grown 20 times more as individuals than any other training, I tell you. Please understand. My sannyasis, my brahmacharis, even if I have trained them 20 years, they wouldn't have grown to this level. Now, their capability to handle the public, their capability to handle themselves, and their own conviction about the spiritual life, God, even if I spent 20 years with them, I wouldn't have been successful in giving this kind of training. Understand? Now I can see the strong conviction they have and the way they live and they handle and the way they evolve. Even 2 days before I told them, let there be enough of suffering for you fellows till you become complete leaders. Sometime you don't know, ma. Sometime, only when there is a survival threat, you stand up. When you don't have big problems, you make problems for yourself. The problems which you make for yourself is comparison. When you really have real problems, you don't create pseudo problems for yourself. When you don't have the real problems, you create pseudo problems for you. The pseudo problems you create for yourself is comparison.
Pranam Swamiji. So my conflicting desire is to grow in the company, have more salary, have more material comforts, and at the same time, there is a desire to also become an ashramite.
I think it is not self-conflicting. It is not self-contradicting. Okay. Of course, in a way, if you count the bank balance in your account, it is self-conflicting. He says that one side he has a desire for high salary and all that, the other side he has a deep desire to become ashramite. He's suffering with this conflict. Come on. Anybody else? Any other self-conflicting, contradicting desires?
Swamiji, I have something similar to what he said. I dream of, getting into the corporate world back and become, identify myself as a leader and make a tremendous difference to that company and, grow career-wise, financially, in every way. At the same time, I feel, why should I get back to the corporate? I am happy watching you every night, doing all the samyamas. I am so blissful in that.
What I am saying, this can be actually united. What he asked at least can't be united directly. But what you are saying, you can watch every night Patanjali Yoga Sutra and do samyama blissfully and become a leader. What you are saying is more or less like a superficially contradicting.
But when you are working, you won't have time to do all this.
No, I think it is more or less like a, in the initial level contradiction. You think corporate leaders work? No. They golf and make money. You see, if you work and make money, you are a servant in corporate circle. If you golf and make money, you are a corporate leader. So I think little more you need to know the philosophy of corporates. Nothing else. Come on.
I have one conflict. Inside me, I am very clear. My goal is enlightenment, but at implementation level, I have some conflict. I am an entrepreneur. I am responsible for the shareholders and of my employees.
See, I have a very big confusion. what do you guys mean by conflict between the enlightenment and your entrepreneurship? You think the enlightenment is something separate and completely you need to turn somewhere and there will be some huge hill you have to climb on that and sit, then suddenly something happens to your brain and you become enlightened, and it is just some inner space that is no way conflicting to any of the corporate or entrepreneurship you do. See, I am running a huge company, non-profit finally end of the day, that is different. How many people you feed per month? Tell me.
I have 30 employees.
30 employees. I have 3,000. Per month, 3,000 people are dependent on me. Don't you understand? I am talking about all numbers put together. All our paid staff, all our unpaid staff, all our volunteers, and all our ashramites, and all the losers. which is thinking that they are supporting my mission and creating lot of conflict and problems. So all these put together, 3,000 people per month I have to support. You understand? So you are supporting only 30. I am supporting 3,000. See, some 2,000 people create the Sangha and the other 1,000 are just here to create disturbance. But I have to support all 3,000. So, no way the goal of enlightenment, having enlightenment, progressing towards enlightenment can be in conflict with any of your corporate affairs.
Swamiji, my conflict is more at implementation. I also believe that, or at least I strongly feel, I have to work for the mission, at least with as much time as possible.
If you are creating a corporate company and serving the society, that I can say it is equivalent to my mission. Even if you come inside the ashram, what will I tell you? See my rishis. I am telling them, no, create the wealth, no problem. Side by side, the remaining little time, listen to my ideas and I'll create the right mental setup. That's all. For example, if you come tomorrow and become a rishi in the ashram, day after tomorrow I'll tell you, please run the company, same company, that's all. I may add Nitya or Ananda in the name of the company, that's all, somewhere in one corner. I won't even ask the ownership. I won't even ask you the proprietorship. I'll tell you, no, you run. I am telling you, creating wealth, honestly, is direct social service. Don't worry, you saying that, oh, I am getting paid, how can this be social service? There are so many thieves, robbers, burglars, grabbing, stealing the wealth from society. When you are not doing any of that, and if you are honestly creating wealth, you are doing social service. I am defining social service, please understand. If you are honestly creating, contributing, and creating wealth, you are social worker. You are doing my mission. Don't worry about becoming ashramite or anything else. Don't need to have conflict. You are already my ashramite. If you are creating honestly wealth by contributing to society, so you don't need to worry about that at all. Even if you become ashramite, you understand. Day after tomorrow, I'll tell you to do the same thing. See, all my rishis who have become rishis, I ask them, what is the profession you are best at? Carry on that. You understand? Only the unmarried brahmacharis who came in, for them I choose department and train and all that. But for the rishis, I tell them to choose. Come on, pick up something for profit. For profit is not crime. Crime is only grabbing, swindling, robbing. That only is crime. Honestly working and creating, contributing is social service. What else do you think? What else you think is a social service? So you don't need to have conflict at all. I am defining social service. Please understand. If you are an honest doctor, making lot of money, by treating patients, you are doing social service. If you are an honest lawyer, very difficult, I know, but I am saying, honestly working, doing your service and making money, you are doing social service. You are an honest entrepreneur, making lot of money by contributing, creating, you are doing social service. What else you want? A social service. And it has nothing, no conflict with enlightenment. Be very clear. Enlightenment is nothing but a certain mental setup which is completely ironed out, which does not shrink or become wrinkled even during worst happenings of your life. Please understand. This is the definition. Enlightenment is nothing but a mental setup, ironed mental setup, which does not become wrinkled or shrinking even during worst incidents of your life. That's all. Nothing else. Relax from the different ideas you have about enlightenment. Oh, enlightenment means I think I will have long hair like Swamiji. No, people do have all these crazy ideas. And they have many crazy ideas. I will have 2 horns. No, even I am not having. I have only 1 horn. That's a mic. So, relax from all these self-contradicting ideas. So now I am defining enlightenment. Enlightenment is nothing but having complete ironed mental setup which does not wrinkle or shrink even during the worst incidents of your life. That's all.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your 3 eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Oh. We don't trust. The restful awareness can give rest. We always tend to believe rest means forgetting things, being irresponsible, foregoing the things you need to attend. The inability, irresponsibility, or non-attentiveness, non-attending is associated with rest. Unfortunately, you know only one rest, that is which is falling into the unconsciousness, sleep, where you don't care about things, where your complete decision not to care about things becomes predominant. Please understand. You do not know any other rest. It's so pathetic. Human beings do not know any other state for resting other than sleep. That is why always, if you want to take rest, you want to throw away things. You strongly believe irresponsibility and non-attending or disowning is the only way for rest. No. The moment you start believing disowning is the only way for rest, non-attending is the only way for rest, naturally your being likes to rest. So, it will always decide to let go, means Let the past and future do whatever it wants in the mind. Let me rest. Please understand. Awareness, trying to live in the present, looks like a load on you because of your belief system. Why you don't want to live in the present? Even though you know the benefit. You know the benefit. If you have lived 10 minutes in the present, you know how many benefits. How you are alive, aware, excited, intense, passionate, and joyful, successful. You know it. But you decide not to live in present. Because you have a deep, strong belief. Present means stress. Awareness means load. Till you remind your biomemory strongly, awareness means restfulness. Being in the present means deep relaxation. Till you remind your biomemory, make your biomemory understand, awareness means restfulness. Being in the present means utter relaxation. I don't know how much you are going to take, how much time and how much energy you are going to take to remind your system, awareness means restful awareness. Being in the present means deeply relaxed. All the knots being shattered. That understanding, that clarity is a basic necessity for you to consciously decide to get enlightened, to live in the present moment. The problem is not just your intellectual understanding level. See, there are some problems which can be cleared just by the intellectual understanding. But the problem related to laziness, this is the deepest layer of laziness, the subtlest printout which you carry in your mind, blueprint which you carry in your mind about the past, present, future. This is one of the most dangerous blueprint you carry. Please understand, most dangerous blueprint means living in the present is stress. Just being pushed and pulled by the past and future is relaxation. I can define the meaning of ignorance. Ignorance means believing, floating in the past and future is relaxation. Being in the present is stressful effort. This is ignorance.
Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanyevanu pashyati sarva bhuteshu chatmanam tatona vijigupsati. When you give problem to other person, be very sure, is it going to make him weak or strong? I tell you, just this one truth, stand with it. You will manage everything in your life. You will manage everything in your life. Everything in your life will just strengthen you. strengthen you. It will be just from strength to strength to strength to strength. In southern part of Tamil Nadu, there are some trees. Even if they get buried by natural calamity, in course of time they become stones. They don't just get disintegrated. It's called Kalmaram in Tamil language. If you go to Tiruvakkarai, Pondicherry, you will see those trees which has become stone. Even if they are buried, they don't get disintegrated, they become stone. Understand, it's a stuff out of which you are made. Your belief about you, that decides whether you are going to be disintegrated by getting buried or you are going to become a stone. Whether you are going to be buried or you are going to be in Jiva Samadhi. It is decided based on the concept you have about your Jiva. Even while you are living, that feeling that I can be violated, I will be violated, will constantly be like, I think I am getting violated. If you repeat, I can be, I will be, I may be, I think I am. That's the way it ends up. Just remember this one thing. Nothing can violate you. Sadasiva Brahmendra, one of the greatest saint, Siddha of modern era, his Samadhi is in Karur. Near Karur there is a small village called Nerur. In that village his Samadhi is there. When I went to his Samadhi, he gave me a grass as a blessing. That grass was this pure understanding that I cannot be violated. Meditate on this. Think about it. Stop reducing the idea about you to the level you can be violated. If you think you are the few thousand rupee or few $100 in your purse, just somebody stealing, picking up your purse, you will feel violated. Or if you think your name and fame is your personality, just somebody looking at you without respect, you will feel violated. If somebody looks at you, immediately you will feel violated. Understand, it is how you identify yourself that decides whether you will be violated or not. Whoever feels I can never be violated is my disciples. Understand? I am defining who is my disciple. Whoever decides I cannot be violated, I'll never be violated, I am beyond any violation, you are Shiva Gana. You are embodying Mahadeva. Mahadeva is a principle. He is form also. Whoever catches that principle, your form is Mahadeva's form. Your form becomes Mahadeva's form. You will be radiating the grace of Mahadeva, the beauty of Mahadeva.
the beauty of Shiva, the beauty of Mahadeva, the grace of Shiva, the grace of Isha. Your delusion that the time spent while you are in your body is your time is wrong. It is not your time. It was not your time. It was perceived by you with your broken, beaten, abused cognition. Listen. Your cognition is not complete cognition till integrity and authenticity and responsibility and enriching becomes the basis of your cognition. Till then, your cognition is nothing but confusion. Never you can develop your life as long as you think whatever has happened in the past and perceived by you as the past is yours. No. Not owning which you can't own, owning which you can own is life. Unfortunately, you try to own which you can't own, not own what you are supposed to own. Your future time you are supposed to own, but you don't own. You do not take responsibility for it, you don't own it. You don't take ownership for it. Your past, which you can't own, you continue to own continuously. Because your mind teaches you, known is right. Freedom from the known is the real freedom. Just because it is known, don't think you can own. You are supposed to own for your future. You are the owner of your future. You should take ownership for your future. But 90% of your thoughts look in. It is all about past. When I see a person, I can tell based on his eyes, the expression of his eyes, whether he is lost in the past or looking towards the future. The eyes which has no power means lost in the past. Which you are supposed to be a owner, which you are supposed to be owning, you don't take ownership. Your energy does not even flow towards it. Some things which you can't own, you try to go on owning it. owning it, your past. You might have lived with her for 50 years. She might have been your first and last love. You would have had a most romantic life with her. Even then, you cannot keep her dead body more than few hours with you. This is exactly the way you behave with your past. Wake up. Just because she was your beloved, you lived with her for years, she was fulfilling all your dreams, and you had a romantic relationship. She was part of you, and you had an amazing life, love, living together. She was your first and last love. Don't forget the truth. You cannot keep her dead body. Once she is dead, she is dead. You have to bury her body. It is time you bury her body. It is time give a farewell to her. Constantly you trying to brood over about your failures. When you try to brood over about your failures, you empower your failures. Already you have planned your future is going to be failure. One of the biggest delusion human beings suffer is the future comes out of past. I tell you, future comes out of past, not out of past. Future comes out of past, not out of past. I'll give you some of the important sacred secrets on your inner space and its patterns are possibility. Please listen. Whether your inner space is pattern or possibility, I tell you, you can easily understand whether you are established in pattern or your possibility by looking at the results you produce by your actions. Results you have as your inner and outer reality of your life are a real reflection of the inner space you are carrying, which is either a space of pattern or space of possibility. You need to understand. The result you produce based on that, you can very clearly see, find out whether you are established in the space of patterns or possibility. I wanted to expand on the same subject continuously so many days, because when I expand on the same subject so many days, from every angle you understand. One more thing, I am not an entertainment show, I am an entrainment show. So I will have to constantly repeat till you reach what you are supposed to reach. Sometimes some of the truths should be constantly repeated, constantly reminded, constantly settled. I tell you, the best way to reach the completion is never allow the pattern to stand up to get the second beating. Before the fellow stands up, beat again. Please understand. The biggest problem we have is today we complete, and if we feel complete, great, then we take rest. Till the next time again the patterns comes up and we feel suffocated. That is wrong. Even if you feel complete, continue the completion process by digging out, digging out, digging out. Is there any other incompletion? Is there any other ideas I carry as impossible? Please understand, if you are not able to fly, that is incompletion with your ability to fly. If you are not able to disappear in the air, that is incompletion with your ability to disappear. Ahima, Anima, Mahima, Lahima, Karima. There is 8 major siddhis, means you can become as heavy as mountain. You can become as light as an atom. There are 8 siddhis: Anima, Mahima, Karima, Lahima, Ishitvam, Vashitvam. Even in these 8 siddhis, if any one siddhi is not expressing through you, you have incompletion with that siddhi. Start completing. Understand what I am saying? Just because you feel light, relieved in your heart, the suffocations are less in your heart, don't think completion is done. Feeling that no suffocation is the first step of completion. With this, you get the signal you are in the right direction. The board Bangalore 97 km is not Bangalore. The moment you see board Bangalore 97 km, you say, come on, great. And you just lie down and put your tent and start cooking and eating and rolling on the road. No. The board 97 km is not Bangalore itself. Same way, the relief you find during the completion for first few days is not end of completion. Completion should be carried till you become enlightened. Understand? Till you feel you are one with the space of Nityanandoham.
All right. So once again, powerful revelations from Swamiji on leadership. Feel free to share whatever powerful cognition that you really click with, those that you really want to manifest in your life. And Swamiji says, everyone is a leader in some way or the other. Either You are the leader of your team or of your house, whatever. But every one of us is a leader, or at least has that potential. See, many of us would have been led to believe that only some people are leaders. Either you need to be born for it. I think this is one of the sessions today. Are leaders born or are they created? Swamiji revealed that it is both. Some people are born with it, and simply because they would have developed these abilities in their previous lives, or some people develop it. They just work for it and acquire it. But that potential is there for everyone by virtue of your very consciousness itself. Okay, so first understand that whoever you are, that potential for leadership is there, and in any dimension, whether with your friends, families, or at work, whatever it is. Now, let's take a few minutes to contemplate and see. Swamiji says to be a leader, we need to be our own boss. Okay, many of us we can see. Many times, some of us we feel stuck getting a job or something because it's more like working because of the need for money or something, not actually working for your dreams, working for to fulfill the very purpose for which you assume this birth. And so people we search for a job opportunity because we just need money. But we will everything will align in our lives only when you start getting integrated to our dreams.
We need to understand that what our dream is, what our purpose is, can evolve over time. But at the moment, the dream that we have, what we want to fulfill in our life, what we understand as a purpose of our life, are we tuned to that? Are we acting towards it? That's something all of us need to look into. Are we giving our life to our time or just energy?
See, many of us, many times, we know that we are not aligned to our dreams for whatever patterns we have, impossibility, fear, whatever it might be. And but many times we feel, let me first have the security. Let me first make money, get the house and all this. Once everything is secure, then I will be able to manifest. But it doesn't work like that. From wherever you are right now, only if you decide to get integrated to fulfilling your purpose, you will even manifest everything that you need, all the right resources, right people, right situation, location, where you need to live. Everything will start aligning only if you decide to get integrated to your dreams now. Don't postpone it for the sake of that security or money. And this is what is leadership. When you are fulfilling your own vision and being life positive, contributing to the life of others, then you just start to become a leader. And this is actually the steps of the exercise that we'll be doing. The next one is um, the end of what you do will affect only you. So are you taking the full responsibility of what you are doing? So many of us, if we work in company, for example, we can reflect on that. How, if we are given a task, for example, we just say, okay, this is a task I have to do, I will just do it. And um, as per the expectations, it might even be perfectly fine. But finally, in the cosmos, your action, the consequences of that action will affect you. So even if it is out of your scope, so to speak, you are responsible for it.
See, Swamiji many times give this as a very beautiful analogy. For an example, all of us are sailing in a ship. Okay, so each person has their own responsibilities. You always have two options. You have your personal responsibility. Okay, I am supposed to be taking care of, I'm the captain of the ship, so I drive the ship. If there is a hole in the base of the ship, the water will come in and the ship will sink. So, is it, if you actually feel responsible for everything around you, you will see, even if it may not be your responsibility directly, you see that there is a hole in the ship, you go report it to the people and they fix it. So it is about how much responsible we feel for everything. The end result, now if we are actually not taking care of the hole in the ship, everyone is going to sink together. It is not that it is his responsibility, he did not take care, but it is something about us taking responsibility of what we are doing.
Yes, so responsibility is really the key for leadership, taking responsibility for everything. And finally, you're going to be looking at what wakes you up in the morning. Is it inspiration or is it something else? It is really, especially when you look at the first thoughts that you have in the morning, this will really help you to uh, diagnose yourself and to see what kind of a thought current you really have and whether you are in competition or this will really help you to see what kind of inner space you have. See, if you wake up in the morning and you immediately feel charged up, inspired to do these many things, then you are most likely to be expressing leadership because you'll be just inspired to take so many actions. But if you wake up with resistance, feeling like, oh, I don't want to go there, I don't want to do this. So this will also show you where you are at right now. So we'll be showing the assignments. We have covered multiple steps. Essentially, it's about being integrated to ourselves. Are we integrated to ourselves? Are we taking responsibility for everything that's happening around us? And we'll be showing the assignment. And feel free to share, or to ask any question if you want to share your personal situation as well. If you want to share it here or clarify any doubts that you have, please feel free to do so. And let's start to look in now and start to pen down. We can take a few minutes to answer each of these points. Let's start. Okay, you can continue to pen down and feel free to share your understandings or questions. And be in leadership positions. Maybe we need to develop the state a bit more. Some of us have. Let's see how. See, at first it starts with integrity to yourself and the decision. As we said, the dreams here, taking responsibility to fulfill that. And then that responsibility keeps on expanding towards others, as Swamiji said, continuously reduces himself by creating more and more leaders around him or her. And we decide to include with judgment, judging people according to the inner space that they have, but including them and empowering them. So we can spend a few more minutes to reflect. All right. So we conclude this exercise, and we have come to the end of today's sessions as well. So essentially, we hope that you're able to understand the leadership consciousness, how to manifest the state of a leader inside. And really, one of the main keys to manifesting the state of a leader is responsibility. And responsibility with the spiritual context, with the spiritual understanding. Many times, many of us, we may not be taking the full responsibility for our lives. If if we feel, if we see that we are still stuck with a job, working for someone else, but still we have this desire of doing something else inside, and all of these kind of things, we need to take the full responsibility of everything in our lives, and we'll see that we'll just manifest leadership consciousness and extraordinary success and fulfillment in everything that we do. So we hope that we are able to imbibe everything today, the leadership consciousness. Again, feel free to share any questions that you have even tomorrow. Again, you can come back with your questions and we'll be happy to answer them for you. And tomorrow we'll be learning everything about wealth and wealth consciousness. Again, what are the cognitions and the thought currents with which we manifest wealth in our life? See, wealth is not just money. Otherwise, if we just get a job, make a bit of money, then we are wealthy. But it's not about that. Money is one aspect, but how fulfilled we are, how much relevant we are to the society, how we are able to enrich ourselves, enrich our life. See, even in some cases, even money can be a load in your life. Let's say, for example, that you have the wrong investment, or you buy the wrong, let's say, wrong house, and finally you end up just wasting your time, energy, and everything in maintenance, for example. That's an example of how things that can be a wealth can also be a load in your life. So tomorrow, everything about wealth consciousness. So we look forward to seeing you there, and make sure to be there for Nityananda Yoga, of course, at the start of the day. And with this, let us conclude now with the Purna Mantra, and let's offer our gratitude to Swamiji for everything that we have received, and especially with the powerful initiation into the Navatattwas that all of us have received directly from Paramashiva today.
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत्श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्.
Thank you all, Nityananda.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasada Shiva. Om Nitya